So it's currently 10 to 10 p.m. I just got back from a lovely dinner with my mom and my grandparents, and today I did fucking nothing. And I mean like nothing. Um, so I didn't seek any discomfort today. And when I was at dinner, I had the thought, and I'm sure literally everyone on this earth has had this thought of what's the point? What's the point of going to the gym every day, of reading every day, of meditating, of journaling, of swimming, of, you know, just basically making myself suffer to some extent every single day? And I've tried now to think about it, but there's just so many reasons, there's so many things that contribute to the point, and I couldn't I couldn't even write it down. So I'm freeballing the shit out of this. Um, but my first point is that I think the reason why we want to do these things, why we want to change, is we feel a sense of inadequacy in our current self, and our current self is not worthy of respect of our peers, of the people around us, of love of the people around us. And that might not be completely true, but in my opinion, from what I've experienced, that is a huge driving factor. Is that if you do not feel you're deserving of what you have or what you want, there is an innate desire to change that, for you to deserve that, because the universe gives you what you deserve. And we all have that sense deep down, past the biases, past, you know, um, our past experiences that shape our current experience. We all know that if we work hard towards something, we'll achieve it. It's it's just how it is for the most part. And that's the first point, is that if you feel you don't deserve something, you're going to at least have the desire to change it. And when you start going through the process and you realize the process is kind of shitty, it's very easy to go back to what's easy because it's easy. And you realize, oh, maybe my life wasn't so bad before, I was overthinking it. And most likely you were. But the thing is, if you go back, you're going to start overthinking again. You go back to a place where you were not happy with yourself. Because you're thinking externally. From You are viewing yourself from the outside. Your life was good. You woke up, you went to school, you kind of ate good, you kind of ate like shit, you relaxed, you played video games, you watched movies, you went out with your girlfriend sometimes, you went out with friends, drank a little bit. You lived an average life. From the outside, that seems pleasant. But when you were living it, internally, you felt something was wrong. And we forget that. You forget that you are remembering yourself. So you're not just remembering your actions, you need to remember how you felt. And that's why I'm not quitting today. Today I did nothing, but I'm not going to do nothing tomorrow. I'm going to get back on the bandwagon. And I'm not saying it's a completely useless waste of a day, because I went out and had a lovely dinner with my family. I had a nice, relaxing day. I didn't indulge in anything bad. I just didn't do anything good. I played a little bit too much video games, but tomorrow I won't play any. I'll say that now. I'll make myself a promise. Tomorrow I won't play any video games. Boom. So that's my first point. And my second point is that humans by nature, in the primitive part of our brain, we've always needed to strive something. Because if there's nothing to strive for, you get depressed. That's why there's so much depression, I feel like, in people that game their whole day. Because when what you're striving for is virtual, and there's no physical quantifiable result or reward, you don't feel good about it. You feel good while doing it, or sometimes not. But when you're finished and you look around yourself, you're fat, your breath stinks, your bed is unmade, your mom's disappointed in you, your dad's disappointed in you. When your life is in something virtual that you can't stay. If your life is based on something you have to leave, it's not going to make you happy. Rather make your life happy than your game. I know that's said badly, but you get the idea. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think. Self-love. Do you feel you're deserving to love yourself if you're not achieving what you need to achieve? People say, you need to accept yourself for who you are and what you are. But in that, there's almost an excuse to not be better. And, some people, I don't believe people are fine with that. I feel like people delude themselves when they do that. When they say, I've accepted myself, I'm happy, I think that's just delusion. I could be completely wrong. They could genuinely be happy for themselves, and good for them. If you could do fuck all with your day, be fat, be lazy, have no goals, and be happy, I genuinely think you've won the lottery, because it doesn't matter what you do. Okay, that could be a different debate, but depending on how you view it, you won the lottery. And at the end of the day, humans are competitive. You want to be, whether you like it or not, you want to be better than the person next to you or your friend. That's what drove society to be what it is today, for better or for worse. But in essence, you need to realize that the more you slack off, the more you go back to your old habits, you're kind of losing a race against the people that are actually trying. And the people around you really matter, because I feel like if you're trying to move forward in your life and your friends are not moving forward in your life, it says, you say, oh, they're in a pretty good place in their life. They seem happy, they seem fine, they look good, and they live quite lazily. So why can't I live lazily and be like them? It's so easy to trick yourself to be a pussy ass bitch. I'm sorry to say it like that, but it's so easy, because we've all been there. Everyone that has tried has failed. No one's succeeded on their first try. Cut the bullshit. If you succeeded on your first try, then you're a fucking freak of nature. I'm here 3 years later. Like, I would like to believe, I'd hope I'm on the other end of the spectrum, because I've been doing this shit for 4 years, and it's only now that I've kind of like woken up. I hope there are people that it took like 2, 3 tries. For me, it took like close to 10 now. So yeah, I think the point of trying is just be worthy of someone who you like. Don't die unhappy with yourself. That is, I feel like that's worse. I don't want to say that, but I was going to say I feel like that's worse than going to hell. To be on your deathbed and to look back in your life and say, fuck, I fucked up. I would not wish that on anyone. I wouldn't wish that on myself, and that's not what I'm going to be. Fuck, I'm like close to 9 minutes in. This is gonna get like this is gonna like 2 views. I'm sorry, this is a waffle. But let me actually pause it because I want to think. So my final thought is, the point in trying is to find and build the trust in yourself to not fail. Because everyone that I know or that I've seen that is further along in life than I am, both personally, physically, mentally, everything, they have so much self-confidence that they can, if they want to, and some do, indulge in the bad habits. Smoke, drink, eat like shit, but not in excess. They don't fall into the pits where we are, where me and you are, because they've built up through years of trying. They've now built a tolerance to it. They now they are so in control of themselves. They are able to say, okay, that's enough, and that is enough. I know when I go drinking, I'll say, okay, that's enough, and then I'll have another drink. That's the same with you, most likely, if you drink. But I know there's something. There's something with Abraham. You say you're done, but you're not done. And you know deep down you're not done. When I look at those people, I know they know when they're done. They've got themselves figured out. And that's the point of trying. To make your life easier, to keep yourself in control, you have to lose some freedom. To stop going out to eat and drink whenever you want, to stop sleeping in, to to stop skipping the gym. There's a little bit of sacrifice for complete control. Now, when I put it that way, it doesn't sound so bad, does it? Because it isn't. It isn't. It's so simple, but it's so hard. It's so hard. And I'm not in a position yet to tell you how to make it not hard. I'm like not even 2 weeks in. I'm still figuring this shit out. So yeah, that's my waffle. Bye guys.